What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we got to talk about chase scenes in Scream 6. It's kind of special that for a film, for any film, that you're able to talk about something as, kind of silly. It's not silly. It's actually very important. But, something like chase scenes and how important that actually means or what that means to the Scream fandom. It's kind of insane that we can actually make videos and we can have entire discussions just based off of somebody chasing somebody else and them running through things. It's kind of nuts. But we've been speculating, oh my god, for months that chase scenes were going to come back. All the signs were there. All the signs were there, from the behind the scenes stuff to even what Melissa and Jenna have been saying, kind of, well, not behind the scenes, but, like in interviews and stuff where, it sounds like, all right, there's going to be some high tension, high action, all of this kind of stuff. And how do you get that? Well, the only way to get that, I think, is having a chase scene. You could do like a hand-to-hand brawl with Ghostface, but more likely you're going to be running through things and throwing things down and, hitting and running away. It's going to be like that. So all the signs were there, right? Easily all the signs were there. But now Jenna literally just said it last night. Just flat out said chase scenes are in the movie. Scenes, so plural, so there's more than one. That's fantastic. And then she brings up the Gale chase scene. Now, she said in the lab, which was very funny that she didn't know what location it was, but that's okay. But she brings up that specific, the iconic scene in Scream 2, that chase scene that Gale has with Ghostface, which it really is so good. And actually having the 25th anniversary that came out in theaters, I went to see it, and I watch these movies every so often, but seeing it in theaters really does enhance several things. And I'll tell you, seeing it in theaters, that chase scene, it really is. It's even better than watching it just on your TV. So that's awesome. That's all. She mentions that and talks about how there's some that take kind of inspiration from it. So they're back. There's not even too much to say, right? Again, more than one. There'll be more than one chase scene. And you imagine, I think, and maybe it would be with Gale again. That would actually be very cool and very like meta, maybe in a way where, she's kind of repeating the same thing she did in the second movie again. But to have literally a scene kind of like that, because that one is a different kind of chase scene, right? You think of you think of Scream 2. You think of like Cece. Cece's chase scene is like the more violent, like even Nev, or, you see Sydney in like Scream 1. She has several of them. They're more action oriented. They're high tension. Ghostface is like right there. They're both moving. Ghostface kind of keeps the victim like in the view. Things are being thrown. They'll throw like flower vases, stuff like that. So that's the more like, I think, action heavy, where there is some violence, because whether maybe they get a quick slash on the victim, or again the victim uses the environment to hit Ghostface, there's that kind of chase scene, in which we've seen throughout, and I do think that'll be back. And then you also have the Gale one, which is a little bit, the Gale one really is highlighted, I think, by the capture, the filming of it, because it's like you can kind of see both. You mainly see Gale's perspective, and you don't really know Ghostface's perspective right at that time. And there's a lot of like zigzags, and if Gale doesn't move to this location in this amount of time, Ghostface is gonna get that. You know what I mean? It's a really well executed scene because it's slower, it's higher tension. Again, you really only see one angle. When you're watching both of them, you know exactly where one is and you know where exactly the other one is. Whereas with the Gale one, it's mainly on Gale, right? Again, the perspective is on her. So it's a very clever, and we've talked about it a trillion times. I don't really watch too much horror. I don't know if there's other chase scenes that are like that, but it's a really well executed scene. So I'd love to see something like that again, where it's mainly based off perspective and mainly based off of the filming, the actual capture of it, because that's the main element of it. So fantastic. And I think like Scream 6 is trending on Twitter as of the time I'm recording this. Awesome to see. It really is. So chase scenes are back. We finally got we knew if you paid attention, you would have known, but now it's actually confirmed by Jenna Ortega herself, and I do assume she is one of them. Now, I don't think she'll be the Gale 1 and 2. I don't think that'll be her. I think hers will be more violent, and then maybe she gets away at the end. The fridge, when she goes inside the refrigerator, my refrigerator's over there, and but we saw that kind of in the behind the scenes, right? In one of the behind the scenes things, she's like kind of crouched in the fridge. that could just be like she's hiding there in general. It could be that, or it could be maybe that's where she ends the chase scene, is it is maybe a more violent, fast-paced thing, and then she hides in there to get away. We'll see how it actually goes, but I really assume she is a chase scene in the movie. I think it has been pointed out, all 4 of them, Tara, Sam, Kirby, and Gale, they all have stunt doubles in this movie, which normally means like violence, like, you know, kind of hand-to-hand kind of situations, / chase scenes, running around, falling, that kind of stuff. So I think all 4 of them could honestly have something like that, which is good. And Sam needs one too, because Sam had like a short chase scene, if you even consider it that, in 5 in the hospital when she like throws the chair, you know, she's in the cafeteria hall or whatever, and then or whatever it's called, and then she runs away. I mean, she runs, so does that count as a chase scene? But Ghostface wasn't actually chasing her. So, you know, she deserves one to kind of make up for that, because that was pretty bad. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you want to follow or support me anywhere else, all my social media links are in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.